In this section, we're going to be talking about the different roles that are required in each folder formation group. And each cohort has two specific roles that get played. One is cohort leader and one is mentor. Now, sometimes in a cohort leader is also playing a double role as a mentor, but they're really distinct roles, and we want you to understand the differences between them. And in subsequent videos, we're going to be talking specifically about the role of a cohort leader and specifically about the role of the mentor. But for our purposes here, I want you to understand that the cohort leader's job is to provide overall shepherding to the entire experience and to the entire group. The cohort leader's role is to lead each of the retreats, to do whatever little teaching is there, to guide the process, and to either lead the exercises or have one of the mentors lead the exercise. But the cohort leader's really responsible for what happens in each of the retreats. They provide the preparation for the retreat and the overall making sure that the retreat is prepared appropriately and guiding the whole cohort through each of the elements. The cohort leader also guides the learning that happens between the retreats. They initiate the assignments, usually through email. They frame the assignment for that specific cohort and guide and shepherd that group through the material in the process. So they're a guide, a shepherd, a facilitator of the whole process, and they have to have an eye for the whole of what's happening in each formation group. The mentor's role is a bit distinct. Their shepherding oversight really is for the people within their specific small group. They are a mentor to generally 4 people. It's one mentor to every 4 people in our normal cohorts. And their job is to facilitate the learning process for those 4 individuals, both as individuals, but primarily as a group. They lead the small groups that happen at the retreats, and they also facilitate the online video small group that happens once a month. Mentors are a unique role. They need to be people who have more listening skills and presence skills rather than teaching skills. In fact, teachers sometimes don't make good mentors because they interrupt too much. We really love our mentors to be people who can facilitate the engagement of the participants, to help them listen to each other, to help them pray for each other, to make sure no one's being left out of participation. They sometimes play a role of unique personal engagement with someone in their group. Now, it sometimes happens that a mentor can also play a role of listening at a retreat, for instance, with someone not in their group, but primarily their role is to engage their group, lead them through the reflection and relational elements, both at the retreats and in the monthly small groups. Both of these roles are critically important, and it's really important that the cohort leader and the mentors work together as a team. In every cohort I've led as a leader, cohort leader, I've relied on the mentors to understand what's happening in the groups and to determine how to make adjustments and adaptations for the cohort as a whole based on what the mentors are seeing and experiencing and the wisdom that they're gleaning through the process. This takes a team, each person doing their part, cohort leader and mentor. And so again, in these next videos, you're going to learn about what your role is in making a great experience for each of the participants.